that affects, okay, on the topic that affects each one of us more closer than we realize, and that's the significance of health insurance. So I'd like us all to watch this short video before I dive into the presentation. Hello, Alice.
Yes, Athena.
Alice. Yes, can you please show the video? Mhm.
All right, 1 minute.
Okay.
It may not be the most exciting thing to shop for, but it's one of the most important things that you can buy for you and your family. Here are 2 good reasons why. 1, it saves you money on healthcare. Whether it's your annual physical, emergency care, or a prescription medication, healthcare can get pretty expensive. For instance, the average cost to treat a broken leg is more than $5,000. Having a baby? That's more than $7,000. Health insurance pays a portion of your healthcare costs. In addition, health insurance companies can get you better rates for services, so you'll never pay the full amount on covered healthcare costs. Even if you don't go to the doctor that often, accidents happen and anyone can get sick, so it's best to be prepared. 2, it helps you stay healthy. Checkups, screenings, tests, immunizations, all can help prevent serious medical conditions later on. The good news is that all health insurance plans cover certain preventive services at no cost to you when you use an in-network provider.
Thank you so much. I want to share my screen with you so that we can start there. Okay. Please, are you all able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am, we can see your screen.
Okay. All right. So as we've all seen in the video, we know that in a world where health needs can change unexpectedly and medical costs continues to rise, understanding and securing the right health coverage has become not just a wise decision, but a necessity. Okay, so I would say that it's a financial product. Okay, it's peace of mind, a safety net, and an investment for our well-being. So let's all imagine this scenario. So okay. So let's say it's a relaxing weekend at home with your family and you're all chilling, and then all of a sudden your son falls ill and is running a temperature. So you rush him to the nearest hospital where then you realize that your ATM isn't working, like the ATM card isn't working, and also you don't have enough money with you because obviously it's a weekend. So panic sets in and you start to call family and friends to send you money for your child's care because the hospital is insisting that you pay upfront before treatments can be done. So you calling your family and friends, most of them will listen to what you have to say and they might not even be able to help. Others too may send you money and the money is not enough. So what would you do? Okay, so that is why it's important to have health insurance so that all these things are being catered for, so that in an unexpected medical emergency, the health insurance comes in to help you out. Okay, so why health insurance matters. So protection from high medical cost. Right now, when you take Yahoo Medical um, Center, for example, if you should go for a visit, that if you go for GP consultations, you get laboratory tests done, and then they give you medications, you should be looking at you should be spending around 800 cedis to 1,000 cedis. Okay, so if you are supposed to go for care or treatments often, then you can imagine how much you'll be spending. If you should also take let's say Leicester as an example, a hospital visit shouldn't be less than 1,200 cedis. Okay, so that's why it's important to get health insurance. They come in to help you out. Also, you're not able to, once this is there, you don't have to touch your savings or sell assets or rely on family and friends. Sorry. You are also able to you also have access to timely and quality healthcare. So there are about 900 facilities that you can use when you're using health insurance. Those are very good hospitals or pharmacies that you can seek healthcare. You don't necessarily have to pay out of pocket. So with this, once you go to the facility, all you need to do is to show them your card to receive care faster, especially in emergency cases. There's also coverage for chronic conditions. So health insurance helps you manage long-term illnesses that require continuous care. So an example is those with diabetes. You know that diabetes, it's a long-term illness, right? So that means that you would have to continue going for consultations, you go for lab tests and medications. And talking about the medications, they usually use the metformin and the SGLT2 inhibitors, and those medications are not less than 500 cedis. Okay, they're not less than 500 cedis, and even with that, it's about 28 days supply. So that will mean that every month you need those medications. You need to pay for those medications. Into the next one, which is okay, so it also helps you in financial stability for families and businesses. So imagine you've saved up some money for your child's school fees, or you've saved up some money to start a business, and then all of a sudden, someone in your family gets sick. If you don't have health insurance, that means that you'll be forced to touch all of those monies that you've saved. And then if this happens, that means your child's education or your livelihood is going to be at risk. So that's another reason why insurance, private health insurance, is very important for you to have. So let me give hold on. Okay, so let me give relevant examples in Ghanaian concepts. Okay, so right now, I know organizations have some benefits that they give to employees. So they pay the SNIT, they have the insurance for the workman compensation, the life insurance, and all of that. But then right now, they've added the health insurance. So with this, it helps your employees know that, okay, so if I'm not feeling well, I can just go to the nearest hospital that is closer to the office and then seek healthcare. You can imagine if, let's say, your employee gets sick and doesn't come to work for 2 weeks. You call your employee and then they tell you that, oh, they don't have money to go to the hospital. Obviously, that means that it's either you'd have to help them out with money, or you just have to, just keep quiet about it till the person resumes work. So this is going to reduce absenteeism and keep the business running. Maternal and childbirth. So when it comes to that, the health insurance plays a crucial role in protecting the health of both the mother and the baby throughout the entire paternity journey. So pregnancy and childbirth comes with risks and some complications that mostly arise unexpectedly. So the insurance ensures that the woman is able to access the right care at every stage before birth, during delivery, and after the baby is born. So with the insurance, you're able to use that for antenatal care. That's the regular checkups, the tests, the ultrasounds that they usually do. Also there's delivery cost. That's whether it's normal delivery or emergency cesarean sessions. So those ones are usually expensive. That's if you don't have insurance. So if you should go to the hospital for delivery, it depends on the hospital that you go to, but mostly it's around maybe 7,000 cedis or 10,000 cedis just for delivery. There's also another, which is the postnatal care. So that one ensures that the mother and the child are both healthy. They are being vaccinated, and then also they are able to monitor that if there are any complications. So if the mother is able to deliver successfully and the baby has some issues, so that means that the baby may have to be in an incubator for a while. All of that is being covered for under the private health insurance. Okay. We also have the emergency care. So emergencies are unpredictable. Accidents may happen, severe infections, asthma attacks, or sudden illnesses that can happen anytime. And during these moments, every minute counts. Okay, and health insurance ensures that you're able to receive treatment immediately. But without health insurance, hospital may ask you to pay a deposit or upfront payment before they can start any major procedure. So let me give an example. So I actually had to ask my mom before giving this example. So when I was three, my grandpa got sick. That's my mom's dad. And they had to rush him to one of the big hospitals in Ghana. I won't mention the name, but when she rushed him there, they asked that she pays upfront before the surgery would be done. And she didn't have the money, so she had to go back home, go and call family and friends, gather some money, and then she came back to the hospital. But by the time she got back to the hospital, he was already dead. And even with this, that means that there would be some hatred that she would have with the hospital, if you get it. So it's been like that for some time now. So, and even as at then, even in the 90s, they didn't have the opportunity for even someone to talk to them about having private health insurance. So if she had had that on the side, I'm sure this wouldn't have happened, would have been sorted. That's why it's important to have health insurance so that in cases of emergency, you'd be treated or you'd be treated. Moving to the next one, which is the chronic illness management. So chronic conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, asthma, or kidney diseases require long-term treatment. So that means that managing these illnesses involves regular checkups, continuous medications, laboratory tests, and sometimes emergency care. And then having insurance helps reduce the financial burden of patients that need treatment without interruptions. So it's very important also to, once you are seen early or you are being treated early, it would prevent complications such as strokes, kidney failure, heart attacks, and all of that. So health insurance covers chronic illness management. Okay. So why private health insurance matters, using Ace Medical as an example. So we have two types of insurance, health insurance in Ghana. We have the national health insurance, and we also have the private health insurance. So the national health insurance, which is the NHIS, that one is equally good, and it serves over 15 million Ghanaians. But then just that it has a lot of limitations. When I say limitations, that means that there's a few, it does just little. Okay, so if you should go to the hospital, you may not be able to cover everything. It won't be able to cover everything. That's why the private health insurance comes in to complement the national health insurance. Okay, so then the private health insurance, for that, you are able to tailor the package that suits your need or your organization's needs. So if you want, let's say you can tell us the amount of outpatients you want, you can tell us the amount of inpatient benefits that you want, or any of the services at all. So that's allowed. So with Ace Medical Insurance, we have a broader provider network. So we are partnered with a wide network of reputable private hospitals, clinics, pharmacies, and diagnostic centers across Ghana. So with this, you have multiple options where you can choose to get care. So either the agency or personal preference. That means that you also have, you can go to the hospital that is closer to you. So whether it's work, whether it's from home, whether it's from school, you're allowed to do that. You also have faster access to services. So one of the big advantage of private health insurance is that, such as Ace Medical, is the speed at which members receive healthcare services. So you do attest to the fact that if you should go to any hospital, let's say you go to 37, you get there at 6 a.m. You'll be surprised that you go and meet a long queue and the 31st person on the list. And you'll be wondering what time did these people get here? But then if you should have health insurance, you can decide to go to any of the private hospitals that helps you bypass all these long waiting times. You're able to book appointments faster, receive lab results sooner, and even schedule surgeries within the shorter period. You also have higher quality and personalized care. So I mentioned that Ace Medical Insurance is able to tailor the package that you want. So it's not just a one-size-fits-all package or benefit. So we're able to design the plans for your families and corporate groups depending on what you want. depend on what you want. And then also it ensures that every person receives coverage that matches their lifestyle, their lifestyle, health risks, and expectations. They also have a comprehensive benefits. So the comprehensive benefits is medical insurance provides a wide range of benefits that covers most of the healthcare needs a person or family may face. So these benefits often include the outpatient care, the inpatient care, specialist reviews, medications, laboratory investigations, emergency services, and sometimes even wellness and preventive programs. So with this, we have screenings done for organizations either once or twice a year, just for them to know if they are okay. But then if they are not, they can go to the hospital for proper checkup and see what exactly is wrong with them. We also have webinars that we do from time to time to educate people on some issues such as the prostate cancer, cardiovascular diseases, mental health, to tackle and discuss common conditions like anxiety and depression and how to seek help. So that will mean that if a member should go to the hospital, they don't necessarily have to pay huge amounts of money for treatment. Instead, most of the costs are taken by the insurance plan, giving members peace of mind and financial security. Then the last on the list is the financial safety and peace of mind, like I mentioned. So a private health insurance plan provides a strong financial safety net, especially in situations where public schemes may not fully cover the cost of care. So it protects you from unexpected and high medical bills. That gives you the confidence that whenever you have a health emergency, whenever that happens, you'll be able to receive care immediately without financial stress. So I would conclude by saying that health insurance is far more better. Okay, so private health insurance is better, and then also to protect your health, your family, and your financial future. So in moments of crisis, when life takes an unexpected turn, health insurance acts as the safety net, okay, ensuring that you receive quality care without worrying about the cost. So in case of any sudden illness, unexpected emergency, if a child needs urgent care, you are being sorted. So mostly these issues come without warning, but then having the right health insurance, you don't have to disrupt your life, your savings or your peace of mind. So it's good to have health insurance, but then if you should take ACE as an example, that would mean that you would have a broader coverage. You'll be able to get faster access to hospitals and specialists. You'll also be able to get quality care for you and your family and dependable support in both routine and emergency situations. Thank you.
Thank you, Esina. That was very informative. Thank you so much. I think we have a few questions, but for now, we'd like to play the video first before we move on to the questions.
Okay.
Taking care of your employees means taking care of their health, but navigating the complexities of healthcare plan can be overwhelming. At Ace Medical Insurance, we specialize in health insurance solutions for corporate teams, families, and groups, simplifying healthcare for everyone. We handle the details from plan design and administration to employee enrollment and claim support. We offer flexible options to meet the unique needs of your workforce and their family. Focus on what matters most: your business and your employees. Ace Medical Insurance, the new face of healthcare financing. Visit our website www.acemedinsurance.com or call us today on 030 80 to discuss a tailored solution for your company.
Mr. Mensah is just talking with an insurance agent. The advisor tells him about the importance of health insurance and how affordable it was. But he refuses, saying his family is fit and fine. When going back home, Mensah sees a bag his wife would love in a shop and is tempted to buy it. He ends up buying the costly designer bag right away. One Saturday, whilst having a family time at home, Mrs. Mensah started feeling very weak and suddenly loses consciousness. After looking at the medical bill, Mr. Mensah realizes the amount is far more than he expected. Paying a bill of this amount will affect his financial expenses for the next few months. He now realizes that instead of buying a designer bag for his wife, he should have invested in health insurance, which would have helped them in a situation like this. Life is a precious gift full of uncertainties. Invest in what matters and get a health insurance plan.
Right. So now we move on to our questions. We have a few questions in the chat box. The first one from Mr. Ben Akwe. It says, please, is this the only product for people in Ghana?
Okay. All right. Yes, it is. So we are licensed to work only in Ghana. So once you travel out, that means that you can use the insurance.
Okay. The next question is, what is the yearly premium for the health insurance? And are there yearly increases on the premium?
Okay, so I don't know if he's talking about for corporate, but then we have different plans that you can choose from, starting from 3,000 cedis upwards. So I don't know if Alice, when we are done, you can share our package with him to see the prices that we have, and then also he's asking if there's yearly increments. Okay, so it depends. It depends on the package that you are on and then the utilization at the end of the policy year. If it's necessary to increase, we do so. If not, we just leave it as that.
All right, thank you. So the next one is, can you list some of the private hospitals that accept AIDS medical insurance? Hello, Asinam.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that. I was actually talking without you hearing me. Okay, so we have Nyaho Hospital, we have Leicester, we have the Bank Hospital, Accra Medical Center, Dampong, which one comes into my head again? Medi, trying to remember the hospitals of it.
So in short, there are quite a number of hospitals that
Yes,
accept
there are
AIDS
lots.
medical insurance. They have a list of
Yes.
about 600 hospitals
No,
nationwide.
that's
And
950.
yes, so she
950.
has displayed the hospital on
Yep.
our screens.
Thank you. Yep. We have a lot of
Yes.
pharmacies that we work with as well. So
Yes, thank you very much, Sinam. Thank you. I would like to ask if anybody else has a question that would need us to attend to. All right, so another question. Can you post the packages and the hospitals on the platform, please?
okay. All right, sure, I'll do that.
As well, anybody else who needs further information on the packages and the platforms, health insurance plans, I mean, kindly leave your information in the chat box and we will attend to you. There's another question from Stephen. It says, in what circumstances is a refund applicable? Hello, Esinam. I think you may be muted again.
Okay, so we have two reasons. Okay, we have the non-emergency cases and then emergency cases. So the emergency cases, let's say you're already on the cover and they have to rush you to the closest hospital, but then they don't know that you are using health insurance. For that, when you go and you make payments, that's out of pocket payment. Once you are stabilized, all you have to do is to fill a form, add the necessary documentation such as a receipt. If it's a referral letter, you add that to it, and then we can make payments. So the payments are mostly done twice in a week. So all you need to do is to add your bank details or your Momo number. also to move into the non-emergency cases. Let's say you go somewhere and the facilities that are around you do not use health insurance or are not accredited by ACE Medical Insurance. For that, you just give us a call, we give you a code, and you can go through the service. But so after that, you're allowed to fill the form, add all the receipts, and then we do the refund.
Thank you, Esinam. Thank you. I hope your question has been answered, Mr. Jumper. I would also like to ask a question myself. Um, I would like more clarification on the differences between the family packages and the corporate packages. I know that you have something like that. So if you could quickly take us through a summary of the packages, I'll be very grateful.
Okay, so for the family health insurance package that we have, it starts from a family of two upwards, and it's strictly nuclear families, so that's you, your spouse, and your children. So we give you a premium that you are supposed to pay the for the benefits that you choose. Okay, so we have from the least to the highest, depending on the hospitals you want to go to. Because some hospitals, you know that they charge really high. So we put them on some of the high plans. So that one, the benefits are to be used by the people under the policy, that's the family. So anybody at all can use that till it's done. Then the corporates, for the corporate package that we have, it usually starts from 10, so a minimum of 10 people, or a minimum of 10 employees. So once you sign on, each of them have an amount for both outpatient and inpatient services. So under these two packages, we have like the same services, which is the GP consultations, the prescription drugs for chronic conditions. We have supplements and multivitamins, maternity care, dental care, eye care, lens and an amount for lens and frame, surgeries, and others, hospital accommodation as well. So these are the packages that we have.
Okay, thank you. So there's a follow-up from Mr. Jumper. He's asking if there's a cap pertaining to the refund.
Okay, so we pay the exact amount as what you are entitled to. So let's say if you're entitled to, let's say you've got lens and frame done, and then you are supposed to use, let's say, 2,000 CDs for lens and frame. If you should bring please hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So I was saying that let's say if you have 2,000 CDs for lens and frame, and you go to the hospital and you've used 1,500, that means that we are going to pay 1,500 back to you. We are going to refund that amount to you. But then if it's more, let's say it's 2,200, we are going to pay exactly 2,000 CDs because that's what you are supposed to use for lens and frame under the plan or the package that you are on.
Okay.
Yes, I hope
So I have
you.
another one from
Okay.
Miss Gifty. It says, can you take a prescription from a government hospital to a pharmacy that takes AIDS medical insurance?
Oh, yes, you can. You can do that. You can do that. Because if the hospital is accredited by ACE Medical Insurance, of course, you can use your card for the medications.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you all so much for your questions, and thank you, SNM, for having the patience to answer every single questions. If you have any last words you would like to share with us regarding the topic, this is the time, so kindly do so.
Okay. So, all right. So I would say that it's very important to have a private health insurance so that you wouldn't have to worry much about medical bills and all of that. And then also too, we've been working with Assure advisors for years, okay, and they've really helped us. Okay, they really helped us to grow our numbers. So if you should want our packages, you can speak to them, any one of them at all, and then they would take you through the packages that we have. So that's it. And thank you for having me.
Thank you also for honoring our invitation. We are very grateful.
You're welcome.
Yes, so this brings us to the end of our health insurance webinar. Thank you to our listeners for joining. Thank you to our partner, ACE Medical Insurance, Ms. Esinam Tamaklo, representative of ACE Medical Insurance, for this wonderful and insightful presentation. We would also like to bring to the attention of our audience that we are insurance brokers, Assure advisors, insurance brokers. Like I stated earlier, we can assist you with all insurance policies, insurance advisory services, be it general insurance, health insurance, retail life, group life insurance. We are here and available, always ready to assist you with any question regarding any policy that you might have. We want to say thank you again for joining us, and we hope you have a good evening, a good weekend, and a fruitful and productive week ahead. We would also appreciate it if you join us for our next webinar. Hopefully next year, we'll send out invitations as we always do. Um, I see we have one question from the chat box. I'm sorry. Now I think you'd have to do us the honor of answering this question as well. It says, what controls do you have in place to protect clients from being exploited by service providers?
Hmm, this is a good question. Okay, so um, using ACE medical insurance as an example, once you sign on to our, our policy, okay, we have the ACE medical app that we advise our clients to use. Okay, so it can be downloaded on iOS or Play Store. So the thing is that once you download it, you're able to use your membership number and then your PIN to log in. So anytime that you go to the hospital, you're able to check your utilization. You're able to see everything that was being done for you at the hospital. So you see the amounts they are taking for drugs, the amounts they are taking for the consultations, the labs, and all of that. So if you should check on there and you notice that maybe they are charging you for a service that hasn't been done for you, then you alert us. We also have a claims department where they vet every bill that comes from the hospital. So once they're able to vet, if there's anything fishy at all, they can easily call the hospital and then have a meeting with them. Maybe they would have to go through the folder to be sure of what they've received. They do so. This has your question been answered?
Mr. Gordon Avo, please, has your question been answered, please? All right, he says yes, thank you. Final one from Mr. Enokoyafe. It says, please, I want to know if you have many hospitals you work with because I am in Saum.
Okay. Alice, is it possible to show the hospital list again?
Yes, I think we'd be able to do that. 1 minute,
Okay.
please. We will show the
Alright.
hospital lists we have for Saum.
I think this is probably don't have list. So, Alice, I just put one in the group. I would want you to show that because that one is updated. So as at when we get a new, we accredit a new facility, we add it to the list.
So, Mr. Enokoyafe, we would be grateful if you could leave your number in the chat box so we share the remaining hospitals with you. Like I said earlier, they have about 700 hospitals, diagnostic centers, pharmacies, which you can visit nationwide. And so we would share the list with you and see the one you are comfortable attending. Okay, thank you, Mr. Samuel Lamwa. He's also left his number. So we'll share
Okay.
with you all the packages and the hospitals. Right. So thank you, everyone. I believe now we have answered every single question, I believe. So we would like, okay, there's a new one. Okay, so Mr. Amwa, okay, yes, we will share it with you, please. We will share it with you right after this presentation. So thank you for leaving your number in the chat box. Thank you once again. Thank you so, so much. We are grateful that you honor our invitation every single time for a webinar and partake and engage and ask all the questions you need to ask. It makes our job very easy to do. So we would like to say goodbye.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Orakatete, please, we will we would, yes, share it with you.
Say I
Thank you.
am that I am. For his name is Yahweh.